We've taken our time investigating how the different alarm views function, but if you recall the first thing I showed you, these are only the system views, created by default. If I click back, I can create my own custom views. So let's do that. At the bottom of the library, I have buttons to create a new view, create a new folder, and a home button to return to this screen. I'll first create a new folder to hold my views. This isn't necessary, but is useful if you expect to have a large number of views. Next, I'll create a new view. And we're just going to step through all the options here. First, I can give this view a custom name and a location. Public views are visible to anyone logged into the system, while private views are only visible to you. I need to decide which type of view I want. Alarm status, remember, displays the current state of the alarms, while the history can navigate through time. An alarm history can display the raw events coming in, the alarms consisting of groups of events, or incidents that are groups of alarms. Also, the status, incident, and alarms have a number of filters available, but events can only filter on the numerical priority and source name. The others can filter by priority, but only in terms of high, medium, low, and events. If you haven't already noticed, this is a good time to point out that this is a live view. I can tune these settings in real time to affect the displayed alarms. I can also filter my alarms based on their state to view only the alarms that are useful to your alarm management procedure. Active or unacknowledged is the most common view. Unacknowledged is useful to view only the newest alarms, and all will give you a complete picture of your system. By default, the view will show alarms from all sources, but I can also narrow it down to specific sources. If a team only cares about the medium voltage switchgear, I can select only those pieces of equipment to display. Below, we have those common alarm categories that came up in the video on incidents. I can enable or disable each of these categories, or I can click on the ellipsis here to select or deselect various alarm types to include in the categories. For example, power quality is every alarm related to PQ events, while asset monitoring is any alarm that might indicate a fault in the critical loads. Once I'm satisfied with my selections, I can save the view to the server. Now I can quickly navigate to my custom alarm view. Also, if you think back to the graphics editor, I can open this view in a new window and use this URL to access this view directly from a diagram. The last thing I'd like to show you is that I can use the Settings button on the system views to inspect how they're configured. If I want to know exactly what the asset monitoring incidents are, I can edit the view to see that this is an incident view displaying active or unacknowledged alarms for all sources, but only displaying the asset monitoring category. While I can't edit this directly, I can save as new to use this as a starting point for another view. Different operators or teams may need to view different types of alarms, and these alarm views allow us to customize the interface to meet their needs. This brings us to the end of our basic alarm configuration, though there are more advanced topics to cover in the future. For now, let's move on to something new. Until then, thank you.